Oh boy, Katgarr. With all the terrible music nowadays, I need a drink. Luckily, I'm old enough.
You know what else just turned 21? The legal drinking age of the United States of America?
What?
Space Jam.
Everybody get up, it's time to slam now. We got a real jam going down. Welcome to the Space Jam. Here's your chance, do your dance at the Space Jam. Alright.
My brother had a friend who could remember this song, but they couldn't remember any of the lyrics. So they assumed that it was "Welcome to the Space Jam, the Space Jam, the Space Jam, the Space Jam, Space Jam." So for those of you who don't know, Space Jam is one of my favorite movies of all time. It had a major impact on me as a kid.
It's pretty good.
Seeing Bugs Bunny and Michael Jordan, come together, to play basketball, ? It was just such an enlightening experience that if you haven't seen it, you must go and watch it right now. We're not sponsored by Space Jam or Warner Brothers,
I don't even know how we would be.
though I wish we were. Call me! The main thing that drove me to Space Jam, at least, is the soundtrack. The soundtrack is killer. They have great hits like R. Kelly's I Believe I Can Fly, the Seal cover of Fly Like an Eagle. They've got Basketball Jones by somebody.
Barry White.
Barry White? Barry White made Basketball Jones?
Well, he covered it.
Well, he covered Basketball Jones.
And you can completely forget that Chris Rock was featured on that because that was terrible.
You
A mistake.
don't want any of that.
It's a craving,
Basketballs and chicken.
an uncontrollable yearning
Do y'all hear Barry White? Do y'all hear Barry White?
to a love for someone or something.
I love the Knicks myself.
So just forget about that part. But the main centerpiece, the focal point of the Space Jam soundtrack is this theme right here. So let's take a listen.
Come on and slam, and welcome to the jam. Come on and slam, if you wanna jam.
What are they instructing the kids these days to do here? The 90s kids.
They're telling 90s kids to, come in. You don't even have to be quiet, but you slam the door, and right there on the table is a veritable smorgasbord of jam.
Oh, good. My favorite.
For their toast and their bread, for anything.
All from outer space.
Yeah, exactly.
A space jam, if you will.
Hey, yo, what you gonna do? Hey, yo, what you gonna do?
And maybe it's an actual question. He wants to know what we're going to do. And since it was the 90s, we'd probably skateboard.
And get Furbies.
Wow.
And do Pogs. Pokemon came out in 98 or 96 in Japan. That was about when this thing came out. So we were space jamming. Japan was Pokemoning. It was a good time.
Yeah.
Party people in the house, let's go. It's your boy JT. Alright, so pass that thing and watch me flex. Behind my back, you know what's next.
See, this is an example of a good rap, because Space Jam is all about the basketball and the playing of it. And so he's telling the party people who are listening to this song, to pass him a basketball so that he can, do basketball things with it.
He's going to get the ball, and then he's going to put his arm behind his back and just start flexing. No one can see it, but he's doing it.
Drop it, knock it down the room. Shake it, quake it, space kaboom.
Space Kaboom! See, he's already throwing more Space Jam references.
Yeah, the entire space basketball court exploded.
I mean, it's not just about the basketball. It's also about the space part. He's getting both the space and the jam.
Although, the movie doesn't actually take place in space.
All right. You know what? It takes place in the Warner Brothers Looney Tunes Studios, which just happens to be in a hole under a golf course.
As normal alternate universes are.
As anyone would expect.
Just work that body, make sure you don't hurt nobody.
I have always had a problem with this statement of working that body and hurting nobody, because how are they getting hurt? Who's getting hurt?
It could be moshing to the incredible bass.
So he's just like, hey, jump around, but not too hard. Make sure you wear your protective padding, your helmets, and all of your protective gear so that when you work that body, you don't hurt anybody. Safety first.
It could be a direct reference to the Bad Boys Pistons. That's the 80s and early 90s basketball team that were known for their rough play.
Hey, getting more basketball references
Like Bill-
loosely.
Like Bill Laimbeer, who played for the Pistons and got his own video game, Bill Laimbeer's Combat Basketball. So he's just saying, hey, Pistons, don't hurt anybody.
Yeah, or you'll get a video game.
Get wild and lose your mind. Take this thing into overtime.
Overtime, bam! Like, is that really this hard? Modern rappers staying on subject, talking about the thing that your song is supposed to be about. I'm looking at you, Gucci Mane.
The concert, you think, the concert's going to end here. But no, we're going into overtime.
I'm gonna keep playing this song for 4.5 minutes, just like you would expect. And you'd think that they would play a shortened version in the movie, because they're trying to get on with the movie. No. They play the entire theme.
We need minutes.
Slam, bam, thank you, ma'am. Get on the floor and jam.
So, until this line, there wasn't even any mention of any females. He got bored talking about the basketball and the space and whatnot. Now we're going to introduce, some more elements to keep things fresh, keep things going.
There's nothing more child-friendly than humorous wordplay relating to promiscuous sexual activity. They want to teach the kids out there grinding, wanting to become an NBA star, to all of the women. Give them the slam bam. Thank you, ma'am. You always want to be polite. After you slam them...
I'm the coach. Let's dance all night from coast to coast.
So, he and the girl are the team, and he's the coach.
So she's the player, the only player on the entire team.
As the team, to get in shape for the upcoming basketball game, you have to dance all night from coast to coast.
I mean, teams do, play away games at other places,
And they dance. They do dance.
They on the court. She and him are a team, and they're in the NBA, and they're going to go from coast to coast, doing their thing, which, opposed to most NBA teams, is probably having sex.
I have a feeling that in the majority of the NBA history, even at that point, I'm pretty sure the coaches weren't having sex with the players.
Jam on it. Let's have some fun. One-on-one. You run the O and I run the D. So come on, baby, just jam for me.
Whoa! This is the perfect. I feel like this whole verse was culminating to this line. Talking about the basketball, introducing the girl and the basketball at the same time. You run the O, I run the D. Come on, baby, just jam for me. They're playing one-on-one basketball, running O, running D. It's basketball, it's beauty, it's perfect.
They're having sex on the court.
Hey, ladies. Y'all ready to stop? And y'all want to know why? 'Cause it's the slam jam.
Ladies, I would like to inform you why you are not ready to stop. 'Cause it's the Slam Jam.
Now, what you aren't ready to stop?
I assume jamming, basketballing.
Watching this movie, because it just started.
Come on, everybody. Nah, 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 nah. Just take the time and let's sing. Hey!
You could just be sitting there doing whatever, but why don't you just take the time, just a few seconds of your day to say, hey, A-A-O.
Take the time. Don't just sit there in their workspaces, the concrete jungles and whatnot. Just burning away the midnight oil and whatnot. They just never just sit down, just say, nah, 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 nah. Hey, oh.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
It's actually part of the presidential fitness test.
Is it?
Yeah, you gotta say, hey, A-A-O. Some people just can't do it.
They just can't do it. Obese!
Check it out. Check it out. Y'all ready for this?
He's like, hey, you guys, you ready? Yeah, I'm ready. I don't believe you.
What the hell? You know, why did he even offer this Jay Ski or whatever the fuck his name is? He is a expert on knowing if y'all are ready to Space Jam. Nah, y'all ain't ready. He can tell. He can see right through you.
At this point, 4.5 minutes into a 5-minute song, are you sure they're not ready? Because we've been singing this song for a while.
If they are not ready by now, I don't think they will ever be ready for anything that is about to happen. It's
Did you
just
really
not
need to
happening.
ask if they were ready? You knew that they weren't ready.
It's just not happening. I'm sorry, everybody. Space Jam's canceled. Y'all ain't ready. Get out of here.
I will remember you.
You know what else is old enough? Space Jam.
The movie. What a great thing.
Yeah.